Hello, folks. Well, we have a gas problem to solve, so now I'm going to create a bloated system to fix it. Enjoy.
Oh, we have a storm.
I know. Isn't that great? Aren't you excited?
So excited. All right, y'all. We did it.
We did do it.
We did it.
Amaze.
Cue the never give up, never surrender.
It's true. Never give up. Never surrender.
We would not be allowed to switch games, everyone, because we cannot quit on troubleshooting.
Nope. I figured out what the issue was.
What was the issue?
You can't have a Space Engineers dedicated server and Stationeers server on the same machine. Not with the default ports.
Oh. There we are. Oh, I have to do some squats.
Yes, so do I, apparently. Thank you, Picklebeard. Appreciate that.
Picklebeard is getting the squats. All right. Oh, and some push-ups. Okay. We're really going for it.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3,
4,
4,
5.
5, and 5 push-ups.
Let's cycle this airlock. There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're gonna have to get a squat cam for Skoka.
No face cam.
Just squats.
Squat cam.
Hopefully we didn't lose anything this storm. The base isn't sealed up yet.
All right. Thank you, Picklebeard. Calgar.
Ankle cam.
Ankle cam. That's what we're after. Got some beard trimming. Alien. Very nice. Very nice. Well, Final got a haircut yesterday? Yesterday. Yep. Ooh, it's very sludgy.
Yeah, it's because we're
walking
outside.
around here.
Okay, this is doing everything it needs to do.
The ankle cam is when I get put on house arrest.
Sounds about right. Sounds somewhat appropriate.
Oh no. Oh no.
You don't like that?
What I don't know. What am I in trouble for? What have I done?
Abandoning us all. We're all very upset about it.
It is very Chariots of Fire. Ugh.
Well, the base is fully powered, by the way.
Yeah, because
All those batteries are charged.
Oh, this is...
And the storm's gone.
Goodbye, Storm. We can take our lovely elevator.
Yes, you can take the elevator up. You were building an elevator last time. That's what you were doing.
I was.
Look at you.
I know.
And your elevator.
Just so impressive.
I was working on this monstrosity over here.
3 hours to build an elevator.
Okay, so I was going to build filtration.
Yeah, what am I doing today? Am I working on a second base level? Am I doing something else?
I think you could probably work on...
Because the second base level, we'll have to omit this solar power room because it needs to get the sun. So the second level would have to be smaller.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I think all of that is fine. Ideally, what we want to do is... Oh, look at these destroyed solar panels.
They're destroyed.
Yeah, over here. These ones.
Oh, from the storm.
These.
Yes.
So we'll have to... What we'll need to do is seal up the main floor.
Mm-hmm. Once you're finished figuring that out.
We'll have to build... I have to build a furnace room and all these other things. But eventually this floor will need to get sealed up. You could actually start sealing it up now so we can create separate rooms.
Okay, sure.
And then I'm working on this gaseous setup so that we can filter all of the necessary gases out of the thingy-majiggies that we want.
Mm-hmm.
which will then put gas into these various tanks, which we can then draw off of into various outputs. So if we want to be able to fill tanks with nitrogen for propellants, or if we want to do, well, we'll need oxygen tanks, obviously, but I can filter pure oxygen and that kind of stuff all the way around.
Right.
So we'll be able to do all that, but well, yeah, for now, I think I have to work on this filtration, else I'm never going to get it done, so.
Yes, it's true. We might never get it done. I guess I can see if we have any steel sheets. I doubt we have any extras.
Another thing that I want to do right now before I forget to do this, before we all start dying.
Or we all start dying.
My nitrogen gas filter is out. I bet yours is out too.
Mine's at 100%.
Oh, mine's the only one that's out then. And I have to build another carbon dioxide one too.
I need steel sheets.
Okay, those are done.
I can only make 3 of them, I think.
I made more steel, but I think I put it into something already. With all of the ore and iron that you came back with, we can make more steel. Because the furnace is still there, so we should be able to do that. And I have the ingredients for it. Oh, look, my skulls get blown
Your
over.
skulls got moved.
Lol.
How do I check which materials are inside of...
Look at the green section. Or look at the information section, the blue section. You see what's in it?
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a lot of steel in this one. Can I make steel sheets in the electroprint?
No.
Oh.
We can just make more steel.
Okay.
But we'll need the sun to go down, which it's midday, so we're halfway there.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Wow. Okay.
We're just gonna sing for final because he loves it.
No. Do we have ice crusher, computers?
Oh, let's check if we can make a can of soup because it was all funky last time.
Alien says we need a sing mode option. I don't know if that's a good idea.
I don't think either of us have a very nice singing voice.
No. Kit atmospherics. There we go. That's what I want. And
Could sing
copper.
happy birthday to final because that never happened. It's true.
No.
True, he didn't let me sing happy birthday at all.
Nope.
Rude.
Request denied.
Rude.
Request denied. It's working. All right, so I need copper before I can make this atmospherics. So unfiltered, what are we going to send this way?
Oh.
Send oxygen this way?
Just put those for a moment. So first,
CO2.
we make the tomato soup into a cooked tomato, because that's how it works.
Wow.
And we will attempt another can of soup. And we shall see. Goodness. My eyes are tired today.
What did you do?
I haven't, looked at screens in a long time, and now I'm like, ugh.
That's not my fault. I think I know how I'm going to do this. Think. Think.
Now.
Okay, I need one more atmospherics tank. Let's turn this off.
Okay, because I turned it on, and it's doing that flashing thing with the button, so that means it's probably broken.
Yeah, so I'd have to go play with it. Because it doesn't like people who are not on the server playing with it.
Alright, well, I guess I'll put the cooked tomato in the fridge.
Probably a good idea.
Alright, well, that was exciting for us all. Our little detour.
There is tomato soup in here. And baked potatoes.
Better stop playing Stationeers then. I'm sensing a vibe that nobody wants to watch Stationeers.
Nobody likes our Stationeers content. What is this? Nobody likes our content. So mean. So mean. Speaking of our content.
Speaking of our content, what are we?
I'm thinking ahead to our next Wednesday title. We heard that there was potentially an update coming for Scrap Mechanic.
That's true.
We've also talked about Stardew Valley.
About Stardew Valley. Because we're going to make Final play a game that he doesn't like very much.
I didn't say I wasn't going to like it. I think it was specifically that we're going to play a game that you wanted to play.
That was the suggestion.
We
could play golf. I agree, Jared. I think we should play golf with Final.
Ultimately, I am purely holding you hostage, and you have no choice or free will.
He's admitted it, everyone.
Obviously, that's the case.
Okay. So now we can make our steel.
Not quite. It's 5 degrees out. The ice will melt. We have to wait for the sun to go down.
Officially.
Yeah, it has to be dark enough that we can't.
That we can't.
That it won't melt. And I have to fix this, so let's do that right now. Because as the temperature's dropping, which is now 1 degree Celsius. See if this fries something. I think it did.
Oh, right. I forgot that we had fried a whole bunch of our cables.
Yeah. We seem to be okay right now. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's turn that on. That's got power. Wonderful. Let's check the valve over here. That's still open, so we'll close that. And we have...
Steel can't make steel. Steel can't make it. It's a good attempt, Jared. I appreciate it.
How many? I think it's 8 oxides to 4, or 8 volatiles to 4.
What is it? Ingots? Ice and volatiles combined at a ratio 1 oxide to 2 volatiles.
Yes, but we need enough to make a lot of heat. So I think this is this way. And realizing something else that's wrong. The chute, there it is.
Oh, right, we took the chute off.
And Eight. Good. See if that's enough. 150.
We shall find out.
Processing the iron. coal in. 50 iron. Processing. Steel. Ta-da!
Pick up! Woohoo!
200 grams of steel.
200 grams. I'll stick it in here.
I'm gonna make some gold ingots while we can. I'm gonna smelt any like regular iron. I should probably do that anyways.
Might as well.
Some regular gold.
And now we will watch the steel sheets.
Ooh, there's some silicon. I'll smelt some silicon too.
Just smelt it all.
Well, not all of it, but just enough to give us some more ingots to play with.
None of my statements are correct, apparently.
Yes, all of them are terrible. I think that's everything, though. Okay, so we can turn that off. We'll vent this. There we go, that's venting.
Power is critical.
Good thing we have some large batteries in that battery charger.
Good thing.
Wow.
Oh no!
Oh no. Hello, Sutherland.
Oh no. Hey, Sutherland.
All right, let's see.
Welding torch.
Need some pipes. Do I have insulated pipes somewhere? Have some. One. All right, fine. Oh, my power's critical.
Oh no.
How is Sutherland? Long time no see.
You're welcome.
Insulated pipes. All right, there we go. Print pipes. Do
If
thing.
you want to extend this out any farther,
I will, yes, because this furnace I think will live right here, and I'll need some piping around it.
so like one block around.
One
Or
block
more?
this way. I think the rest of it is fine. So one more block on this edge.
On this very edge.
Yes. So
I
if you
like
do-
how the characters like dip down to look at it.
Yeah. So that Linda says, with talking about batteries, you figured the oh no was the way to go.
It's true. What is one step beyond a filled steel frame? Is there a step beyond?
There isn't. As far as I know.
No, I can only deconstruct. So this is as good as it gets. We're going for that rustic, not quite finished look.
Well, there is a floor grating.
Yeah, see, I have the floor covering over it here.
Yeah. That's cladding, I think, this one.
Cladding. Okay, do
Consume
we
the
have
water.
any...
There. Figure out which way everything goes. I think this is going to be like this. That's not quite the tool I wanted, though.
Oh, no.
Need a T section. There we go. That. And that'll be...
Actually, you know what we should do? We'll check.
Okay, so that'll be the output from the crusher, as well as any atmospherics inside the base. That'll go in here. And...
Ooh. Xenomorph. Thank you, Sutherland. You have made your way over with the scares. Oh, good. Oh, good.
It's excited. You can tell.
I am very excited about the prospect.
And
wow, that was quite the jump. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. This tank fill. My nemesis.
Your nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
This will be. Oh, hang on. Where's my? We have the. Where's the labeler?
Where's the labeler?
There it
This is
is.
a labeling emergency.
Oxygen, fuel. Here we go. This will be. This will be nitrogen. This one will be
At least you can't trip, fall, and break your helmet.
X tank small.
Or stub your toe. Yeah, that would hurt. I managed to stub my toes on lots of things. All the time.
I will have to filter out CO2. So I will want some CO2. So I guess I need another tank. Oh, there goes my power. Fine.
Aw. Oh no, I have enough steel sheets. I should have enough.
You should have enough.
Yeah, should.
I think that's everything now. Yeah, that should be everything. Yeah.
Are there any ores that we need to get immediately?
We're a little low on copper and gold as per usual.
Okay.
That's probably a problem.
Alright, I can go look.
Go tank.
Since the sun is coming up.
One more tank. Should be. Is there black spray paint?
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. There is.
Okay, copper and gold.
Yes, those are the
Which
two.
direction should we go? This way?
Copper and gold. I think there's copper. I can't really tell you the direction. Where did you go? Which way did you go?
That way. Off past the solar panel room.
On. Okay.
No? Wrong?
No. Don't think it matters.
All right. Well, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Have fun.
Thanks. Gonna be super duper fun.
Super duper fun.
Super duper fun.
And I need another kit
That's what we're
atmospherics.
going for.
Print off another one of those and figure out where to put it. Unfiltered.
Oh.
Come on.
Iron.
Give.
Looks coppery.
Tag. And then
Aha.
insulated pipes and print.
Turn the light on.
Yes, Jared. Eventually, that would be the case.
Probably. It'd be a decor feature.
It would be a decor feature, yes.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of decor, Final and I are rediscussing, looking at purchasing a home.
Gasp.
Gasp. It's a lot of paperwork
Yes.
and a lot of debt.
Yes. But it is the thing that our society expects us to do. Oh, wait, different thing.
Right. Well, we want more space.
Yeah.
Or like we could rent the space for roughly the same as it would cost to have a mortgage, depending on what we get. So.
Yeah, Calgar, by house we mean apartment.
Yes. A small home piled on top of other people's homes in a building.
Let's put this glass away so I can put the pipes in my inventory.
Because it costs so many dollars to live in Vancouver.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
But in general, yes. Just way too much. Wild.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, falling.
Realizing I did a...
This is a lot of copper. This is excellent.
Doing all of this wrong.
Ah, Winter, hello. How are you doing today?
Wah.
I see it. Wah.
Hello, Winter.
I have to do 5 push-ups. Okay, let us stand here. I will turn the light off to save myself some power. And we'll do some push-ups.
Can we do... Can I do this? Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So much yelling.
So much yelling. I want to make sure the microphone picks up the noise.
So much yelling. That's not the thing I wanted to make. Don't need an air conditioner. Well, I do, but different problem. Filtration. There we go.
You're good. Glad to hear you're good, Winter. We're doing well. Calgary, your parents' house was under $300,000 when they bought it in the 70s. Sold it last year for $675,000.
Yep.
So much money.
Yep. That's about right.
That is just truly wild.
We want X and nitrogen to go that way. And then that will be CO2 in that other one.
Gosh, your parents bought a house in 2007 for $220K, and your mom just sold it for $320. Holy smokes.
I mean, up here we have people doing the same thing, but it's only you're going from 500,000 to $1 million.
$1 million.
Confirm. Okay. Okay. This one. More filters. All right, so in this one, I need hydrogen, or sorry, I need nitrogen and X. Here, I need a nitrogen filter.
Don't talk about the prices here, Jared.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's a true fact.
I worked with somebody who moved to San Francisco, and their rent per month, $6,000.
Yeah, really.
What is that?
Yeah, insane. Okay. Pollutant and nitrogen goes this way.
If it was a big city, it would have been more if it's the middle of nowhere, Idaho.
So that will be...
I gotta say, I really don't know anything about Idaho.
Why don't you know anything about Idaho?
I don't. It's my failing.
Do you know anything
as
about
a
potatoes?
Human. I guess I know some things about potatoes.
Congratulations, you know a lot about Idaho. I know...
That's the feature.
I actually know somebody from Boise. She's great, but that was a long time ago. Okay, so this one will be CO2, and that one will be X or nitrogen. Nitrogen. Let's go with nitrogen. Nitrogen filters.
Copper mine has been very, very good.
Yeah.
Filling my whole tool belt.
You stopped that sentence in an awkward spot.
Okay. I understand. I hear it now. Well, I was kind of stuck whilst I was mining, so I paused.
Good job. Good job. Not even my fault this time.
No. The penthouse. The friend of mine that was renting the place for $6,000 was not in the penthouse. It was just a regular apartment.
Yeah.
You want to live alone, but you're also renting your sister's extra bedroom for $400? Yeah, that is really hard to beat, Winter. I understand the dilemma. Oh, hey, Na. Welcome. Thank you for lurking. I hope you're doing well. Nope. I need a little staircase.
You need a staircase?
I need a little staircase for this area.
It's... Okay. Oxygen.
It's true, Jared. Prices going up like this is a seller's market.
Hello, Na.
Yeah. I really don't know. I just... Real estate is very confusing to me.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
It is pretty simple, but it's confusing as to, like, why do we not allow people affordable housing?
Because
why
it is a
do we
market-driven
not?
economy. That's why.
Oh, Winter said that's not everything. Final. There are also trees and mountains and rivers and trees in Idaho. So you have potatoes, trees, mountains, rivers, trees.
Yeah, I'm still hearing potatoes.
You're still hearing potatoes. The one room you paid for at uni was $590 USD a month. It was just a room with access to a bathroom and kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen those before. Yeah.
They have some of those here in Vancouver. Or Final can tell you about the first place that he rented, but they have some where you have like a tiny little kitchenette in it, and you don't even have your own bathroom. Yeah. And it's like 200 square feet for like $2,000. And they're like, what a deal.
Someone else I knew, she had some issues. Used to live actually down the block from us, above, do you know where the Alexander was?
Mm-hmm.
She used to live above that.
Oh, okay.
And it was quite literally a dorm room. With a dorm room, and then there was a shared bath and a separate shared showers. And that's it.
That's it. That's wild.
I need
funny seeing you here, Winter. Weird. It's like we all are like part of the same communities and talk to the same people. It's kind of weird.
I know. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, and guns. So you can also find guns in Idaho.
Oh, yes. I forgot about the guns part.
That's how you get the potatoes.
Mm. Yes, you plant the gun and it grows potatoes.
You can find guns anywhere in America.
It's true.
That's another like weird thing for me. Because guns are not common here.
Yeah,
in
you
Canada.
don't have a very particularly. You were not exposed to guns very much in your upbringing.
No, I wasn't. And like it's quite difficult to get a gun license.
It can be. Depends on the gun. Like it actually rather dramatically depends on the gun.
Hmm.
Not to say that's not too different from certain places in the States either. Just, I think it wildly depends on the state.
You don't plant any guns. They have to be potato guns. Americans are like, I need a gun to match every outfit.
Nope, give it back.
Oh my goodness, nah. You were first married, the quote, married student housing dorms were maybe 100 by 100 with black mold and no working fan in the bathroom. Paper thin walls with newlyweds. Just imagining the acoustics in that dorm.
Sounds like a great time.
They started at $700? Oh, yeah, no kidding. Of course you'd buy a house instead.
Yeah, really.
That's good winter. Only some men shoot seeds, Jared. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm waiting until the sun comes back up for getting gold. I guess I can make some more steel sheets.
Yeah, you can. Said that like you needed permission. You don't. You can make as many steel sheets as you want.
I know. I was just talking to myself. Is this something that I could do to pass the time
You don't want to
while I
help?
waited for the daylight?
You don't want to help me put pipes all over this monstrosity
Well,
over
I'll
here?
put them in the wrong spot and then you'll be mad.
Yeah.
So I don't think you want my help.
Such work.
My goodness. Oh, hello, Yogurt. Welcome. How are you today? Oh, okay. I get it, Dre. You have to match your clothes to your guns. It's a distinction that is important.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
It does. You have to buy more guns to get a new outfit.
That also makes
There we
sense.
go. I understand much better now.
Clothes are the accessory.
Clothes are the accessory. The accessory to the gun.
Okay. There is the piping. Get that done. And that is the exhaust for that. And there's the input for it. Okay, I think I've set up all the things I need to set up.
Have you now?
Well, at least piping wise anyway. Well, not quite. I haven't quite set up everything I need to set up. Also occurring to me that I should have done this slightly differently.
If you matched her close to your guns, nah, it would be an art statement. Probably that's why you need the variety, as Jure is suggesting.
Sure.
You have more outfit options available to you. Can I put the walls up here now, or no?
Where? Up there?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah. For around this furnace,
Mm-hmm.
stick stick a glass wall, like a window, right over top of where the furnace is. So you want the outside, like these little bits and controls, sticking outside of the window. Yeah. And then put another glass window here and another glass window here.
Okay, we'll see if I mess that up.
Rapid fire instructions, more than one at a time.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm doing well, thank you, Yogurt. I was lamenting that I came back after a holiday, and now my eyes are a bit tired today because I'm not used to staring at screens.
So much screens.
It's interesting how quickly you get out of that habit. Do I need a kit wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've forgotten already.
Yep.
Dare you?
Yogurt, you'll supervise for final. Perfect.
She needs supervision. It's true. I constantly have to evaluate her work.
Do you use Nerf guns? Do you dress in pool noodles? Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. That could be a statement. Like a little pool noodle dress.
If this stream is like a pool, is Jeray the lifeguard?
I don't know. Maybe?
Just thinking, just because Jeray is usually like the first one onto like any of the moderation of, no matter whose communities it is.
Okay, so you want these controls outside of this window here?
Yes.
And I'm wondering if I can move myself like that.
I need wrench. Yep. Corner. And corner.
Because I assume
These two more.
you're inputting something there.
Yeah. Don't fill in the glass.
No, I figured that. But then where is the rest of the wall allowed to happen?
Oh, no. Not here. Not here.
No? See? I
Here.
already told you.
Here. This line. This one.
Yes, but at the front of it?
Yes. Yes.
Here? No, you're in the way. There?
No. There's only two more sides it could be on. Which one do you think it is?
Which line? How do I disassemble this? Angle grinder.
Gasp.
Okay, we're deconstructing. We're deconstructing.
Now I need a power controller. Power controller.
Oh, but these aren't lined up because this one is on this block and that one is on that block. So
Or iron.
we will disconstruct. Disconstruct? That's
Disconstruct.
not a word. That's not a word.
Disconstruct.
But I mean, we got the idea.
Hashtag disconstruct.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes.
And anything else?
Not yet.
So that stays outside, and then this is what we want.
Inside. Yeah, this will all be inside.
And do you want these all to be glass?
No, they can be regular walls. It's fine.
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yes.
Sure. I'm not sure you're sure.
I just don't remember which composite wall type I used. Will it tell me on the other ones if I, like, hover over them?
I have no idea.
Let's find out. Because I used some walls in here.
Cause some trouble.
Yes.
Cause some trouble.
Oh, and I'm supposed to go get gold.
You were supposed to go get gold.
Where's the
Gold.
sun? Where is the sun at? I could probably still go.
Can you? Oh, you can. Okay, we're gonna print another power controller.
We're gonna go for a quick jaunt to see if we can get gold.
Very nice.
Because I remember there being some gold in this direction.
Hello there.
Hello,
So we're
Leroy.
gonna go for it.
How you
We're
doing?
gonna go for it. Oh, hello, Leroy. Welcome.
That. And we'll do corner. That. Made like that.
Do we need any iron?
Yes. Any longer to answer than I had hoped. I'm going to disconnect the power to your elevator,
Okay.
as I need to...
I mean, it doesn't really go anywhere at the moment.
Yes, it does not.
It's more of a proof of concept.
I am in the process of setting up some rewiring so that there's backup power for
Do I have my
filtration.
gold pan? You're gonna go panning for gold on Mars? He does. It's true, Jared. Just wants all of the ores. You have 3 gold pans, Yogurt? Really?
There we go. That's it back up. And
Okay, let's see. Any gold in this direction?
oops. Wrong way of doing that.
Wrong.
Bad wrong.
Ooh, you started gold panning as a hobby last spring. That's super cool. You found 4 specks of gold. Wow, you're rich.
That one. There we go.
This looks like gold.
Junction. Go. Okay, that can be another junction.
And some
Great.
flower gold. What's flower gold? Don't know. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. You can yes, you can pay for mine at Final's house, which will just be an apartment.
Yes.
Got half a cent worth of gold. At that rate, it's just, you know, more fun to keep the flakes of gold. Oh no.
Much concentration.
My mining drill is out of hand drill.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, how am I gonna do this?
I don't know. How are you going to do that? You don't know?
I got it.
Sounds sus.
Fine, I got it.
Got it.
Aha!
Sounds extra sus.
We did the troubleshooting.
Excellent. Everyone make sure to congratulate Coco.
I did all by myself. Haha.
Can't go through that. Wonderful.
It's not looking like we're going to find any more gold in that spot. Flower gold is just the smallest powdery gold? Okay. Okay, use an iron. A magnet to pull the iron, the flower gold? Huh! Very cool. It sounds like such an interesting hobby.
Good job, folks. Next week on Skoka's crafting stream.
I just love accumulating new hobbies.
I noticed.
Final likes to be consistent and have video games as his only hobby.
Say that like it's a bad thing.
It is just a statement of fact.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Would be more impressive if you sent your subjects to mine it. As the God Empress, I have decided. Makes more of a profit than your hobbies. At least he makes money. Yes. The tens of dollars that we make off of Twitch.
Yes.
Which is like, it's so kind that you all would like to, you know, donate or subscribe or whoever chooses to do so. But what is just so rude is how much of a cut Twitch takes of that. They don't like to advertise that part.
Nah. That'd be a different kind of business practice.
Like, that's disingenuous to all the people spending their hard-earned money to pay Twitch.
Huh. And okay.
More about walking down a stream with a shovel and a pan, enjoying the outdoors? Yes, totally. Okay. I wouldn't say your hobbies are a major deficit, Jared, only if you think about them in terms of money and not experience. Yeah, Wantel, it is sort of similar to Space Engineers, this game. Yeah, it's 50% is the Twitch cut.
Yeah.
On everything.
Yes, it is.
Made $80 in 9 months last. Yeah. Oh yeah, when we were doing our taxes, because I have to declare. Well, Final and I both have to declare the Twitch income as foreign income because we're in Canada, so it's in U.S. dollars. And I didn't even get taxed on it.
No.
They were just like, yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal by any means.
It was not.
Okay, I think.
You're from Alberta, Yogurt? Well, we're in BC.
Yes. We're across the mountains from you.
Well, Final's from Alberta.
Mm-hmm. That's why we can talk about gun-toting Albertans.
But we're Canadians now.
Yep.
Ooh, exciting.
We can ask Calgar about milk in a bag.
Milk in a bag. You're in the Red Deer area to make it worse. Oh, I'm sorry.
I know that area relatively well. Or I did, anyways.
The company I work for, our head office is in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And we had a project at one point which required me going to various sites in all across Alberta for a good chunk of 2019. Actually, I was traveling around.
Yes.
It's like, oh, it's flat and cold and there's nothing here.
It's very cold. Well, it can be very cold. Okay, so this setup should permit us to filter pretty much all of any gas into the tanks, and then we can use it after that.
Wow. Look at us.
Yes. I will probably have to take the oxygen that is in this tank and refilter it. But I should be able to do that.
So I left Final, or yes, I did leave Final a lot more. But Final, at that point, worked 12-hour days. So he wasn't home much.
No.
It was a different lifestyle for us then.
Yeah, very different.
Okay, so I stole battery.
I think that's everything that I need. Did I print? Didn't. Oh, no. I need this, which is more copper. In there. Need 2 more large batteries.
And I couldn't figure out which walls I had selected as the type of wall. So if I find one of these tools, I don't know which tool is used to deconstruct. Crowbar.
Yes. That's how you deconstruct. You take the...
There we go. Composite wall type 1. Perfect. We have
Your,
determined our wall type.
Your thingamajiggy is hooked back up. Your elevator.
My
You see-
elevator.
Do you see
Now
what I
there's
did here?
flashing things. What are
So
these?
these are power controllers. So I think of them like battery backup circuit breakers.
Mm-hmm.
So if the base power in the main batteries goes, there is power in this battery that will power the elevator for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
The battery that's in this one powers or will power all of the atmospherics here,
Okay.
which is what it currently does. Actually, if you can see, this is all turned on. You see all that, and then if I go over here
Mm-hmm.
and then I flip the switch,
Yep.
all of them are off.
Off. Okay.
There
I
you go.
see. I see. Last December was almost minus 40 for the entire month. Yes, that is so cold. For Jared, it has been 15 Celsius for a while. Every once in a while,
Wow.
peaks to the 20s.
Yeah.
Today was 15 Celsius. You almost broke the short so yogurt. 15 Celsius is a warm day.
It is.
It is a warm day. That's when we're like, do we install the air conditioner today?
I mean, honestly, we've been thinking about it.
Like, oh gosh, it's hot.
Yep. Let's paint this a...
Oh, I was going to check. I didn't bring my phone over to my desk. I was going to check our current temperature, but I don't think it was in the double digits today.
I don't think it... Well, maybe it was. Let's see.
Let's see.
It's currently 12.
It's currently 12.
It was a high of 15.
Gasp.
Yes.
What is it like to just be able to wear shorts every day of the year, Jared? It's truly a novel concept. I don't understand it.
I mean, it does get cold there.
True, but like, I own like 2 pairs of shorts, and one of them I've owned since I was in high school because they are used so infrequently. They just don't wear out.
Obviously, I'm not using them correctly.
No, wall.
Okay.
Hit wall.
So, if I turn this on, this on, there's nothing in there.
It's great. Well, so happy for you, Jared. It has been a late spring. Yeah.
Okay, all of those are on now. And what I can do is we're going to put my mining belt and we're going to split half. I'm going to turn this off for now because I want to save this oxygen. Actually,
Your neighbor wears shorts year round, even if it's -40. I had a neighbor like that growing up. And granted, in BC, the weather is not as cold, but it rains all the time. So I was like, you're fine with just like being soaking wet all the time? He's also a police officer, so you didn't really question his need to wear shorts all year round.
this one? No, I need the... No, I... There it is. There for now, so it doesn't go anywhere. Now I have to build some more pipes. Need more silicon. Right, silicon. I did make some silicon. Waddle back over here, grab the silicon. My alien used to run cross country. No issues in like -10 degrees Fahrenheit. And t-shirt and shorts, yeah.
Yeah. I do know that life well.
Well, you did. You don't anymore. It's cold all the time now.
I'm just cold all the time now, yeah. But I did used to do the very same.
Let's see if we have enough pipe to make this work.
That one was right.
What we're going to do now is we're going to pull all of the
Yes.
oxygen out
Oh,
of this tank.
hello, Brute. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. Let me go to OBS. We'll do shout out.
Hello, Brute.
Playing Apex Legends. How was that? Oh, I guess I don't need my light on because it's light out.
Wow.
Oh, you know what that also means? I have to go find more gold.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. Let's call the elevator, shall we? Ha!
Wow.
Look at that. Look at that. Amazing.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow.
You gonna use that to launch yourself off the roof? Oh, no, you came inside.
It's your birthday stream. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
That's
Brute.
super exciting. Should we sing? Should we sing happy birthday, everyone?
I think the question we need to ask, though, is did Brute get a birthday cake made out of crayons?
Ooh, a birthday cake made out of crayons. It's Alchemy's birthday too? You both have the same birthday? That's wild.
That is pretty cool.
And yours was last Friday, Wantal. It looks like we might have to sing happy birthday.
Oh, no.
Okay, ready, everybody? Get your happy birthday typing fingers ready. You ready, Final? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brute, Alchemy, and Final, and Wantle. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
There we go.
I'm still uncomfortable.
You're still uncomfortable?
Mm-hmm.
That was the entire point. I'm so glad it worked.
Yeah.
Then bands.
It's just oxygen.
I own the Discord server and not Final. I think I do. I created the Discord server.
You did.
I own the Discord server. His Final was dragging his feet in creating the server, so I was like, fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, that's how that worked.
And then Final does all the maintenance of it, but I can decide if it stays there or not.
I think I can turn this on now. There we go.
Do we need coal?
We have coal. Just check. Yes, we have plenty of coal. We've got good amount of iron. We've got good amount of coal. We have some silver. We have a good amount of copper. We have some lead, which is good. We have a couple pieces of silicon and a little bit of nickel. I think overall we're okay.
Gold. Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
Just one little piece.
Got nothing. And that's got... There we go. That's working.
Any wife is the real boss anyways.
Oh, and I have to do some squats for Picklebeard.
I don't know.
Again.
Final is quite particular about how things need to go down.
1.
Oh.
2.
Oh, this is like a remix. Oh, no.
4. 5. Skoga can't handle it. She can't. Why?
Why? Oh.
Yeah, she can't handle it.
That was a lot.
You don't like that?
I don't know about you all, but the remix on Batman.
Well, that was the count. Come on.
I know it was the count. I'm aware.
Sure.
The wife has two main jobs. One, wear the pants. Two, trick the man into thinking they are the boss. Oh, it was funny. Yesterday, was it? I was watching Ali Wong's latest comedy special on Netflix. And most of it is about like relationships. And one part she was talking about the show House Hunters on HGTV, and she was talking about how she's like, where this couple goes on a journey where they pretend to make a decision together when we all know that the wife has made the decision. We will go with whatever the wife selects.
Yes.
Just like this show is just a lie. It is not a joint decision.
Yeah. Not even close. Okay. I think there can be...
It's true, the Count and Bruce Wayne are at the ends of the Batman spectrum. That is very alien. There is still more gold. Okay. It seems like with the gold, you get less ore per like chunk of rock that you find. Is that just in my mind, or is that actually something that happens?
I don't know. I'm not a gold digger.
We were waiting on that one. Waiting on that one.
You didn't like that one? That one was pretty good. It's pretty smooth in my part.
Pretty smooth.
Okay, I think I've got the filtration working the way I want it to now. We have pure
Excellent.
oxygen in the
Wow.
tank.
Pure oxygen.
Pure oxygen,
What
pure
a time
hydrogen.
to be alive.
Restoring CO2, restoring pollutant. Let's check the pollutant stores. Apparently there's very little pollutant.
That's good, right? We want that to be the case.
Yes.
We're kind of stuck here.
Yeah. Gotta get out of the thing. All right.
Oh, there we go. We've managed to get 1 stack of gold.
Only 1 stack.
Only 1 stack.
That's unacceptable.
I know, this is kind of a pitiful mining expedition here.
Why is this not reading? It's reading the right thing? What is going on here?
What is going on here?
Load,
Okay.
pressure.
Oh, there it is. Right there. Easy. Okay.
Okay. So this is just not labeled properly.
Where's your rainbow? Gosh, we should have a rainbow console. I mean, you think that there would be one leading me here. Maybe we can
Okay.
request that of the developers.
I mean, there is spray paint. You can paint things.
Rainbow. No, but like to lead you to the gold in the
Oh,
ground.
I see. I get it now.
You get it?
Trying to make a funny.
He got there, everyone. Wantle
Thanks.
was the funny.
Well,
Made the joke. I'm just repeating it. I will not take credit. It's not my joke.
is that everything that I have to worry about here? I've got... Oh, this needs power. That's the last thing, I think. And corner. There we go. Now is that everything?
I don't know. Is it?
I think so.
Oh, that's iron. Okay. Do you need any more copper?
Nope. I've got copper.
Okay.
I think I have everything.
Oh dear. You might have to turn on the little beacon for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get lost. You can always track to me.
Okay.
So just put your tracker on, and you should be able to track to
Handheld
me.
tablet.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the network analyzer. Tracker. Oh, how do I install the tracker?
By installing the tracker. Press R or select it or click on it in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you drag it into the thing when it opens.
Okay.
Like swapping out power in your tools.
Yes, I knew that I had to do that. What is the word for that? I knew that was the function.
Yes, that's the word you're looking for.
Oh, this way.
I think. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. This is CO2.
Bit of a run. Installing a tracker on Final. Sounds like you don't trust him.
I mean, he doesn't.
I do trust Final.
Mm,
Final's
Seems
just very
sus.
skeptical overall, as you've probably all figured out by now.
yeah. Yeah. Grab
Final's still
this.
under the impression that I'm just gonna get up and leave one day. I was like, well, I'm still here, so
I mean, I have to
you're kind of stuck, I think.
prepare for all eventualities. This one going to be this, I guess. Yes.
Trust Final enough to not be trustworthy.
Never.
He has made Wickbot hate everyone. It's true. Sounds like he is very insecure, like all good people. It's true. I think most of us are insecure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel insecure about a lot of things.
Yeah, but you would.
Now, Final looking for a tracker on him, or were you hiding it? It's called a cell phone.
Yes. Who needs a
You are
tracking
willingly
device?
carrying a tracking device. Everybody who has a smartphone.
Yes. This is not new. Pressure regulator. That's what I'm looking for. Pretty sure
Oh,
the
there we
reason
are.
the reason why Alien doesn't trust me is he doesn't have to deal with that's why he demoted me in WoWs.
That's why you were demoted. That's
Yeah.
it. It all makes sense now.
Back pressure regulator. I think that's what that means. So F1.
Say your insecurities most of the time, Jared? Well, there you go. That's how you like. I don't know, what is it? Regain power over them? Some sort of
Opens when it reaches
flame.
a given value. Okay, perfect. So
Can't track you if your phone dies in 20 minutes when using GPS. Yeah, that's true. Oh, Alien. Insecure about the bucket you just acquired. You may be compensating. Is it a nice bucket? Oh, there we go. Calgar is off the grid. No cell phone. Can't be tracked.
Calgar's the rogue agent.
Mm-hmm.
It's over here. Here. Corner.
It is a nice bucket. You'll have to share a photo, Alien, so we can all admire the bucket. How is it going over here?
It's actually going pretty well. I have almost everything that I need done. Hydration is critical. I have to deal with
Awesome.
that.
Oh yeah, I should fill up a water bottle. We can
Need
go
one
into
moment.
the airlock.
Once
Not
we
wrong
seal
airlock.
up this space,
This airlock.
we
Yeah?
should be able to look at. I'm gonna jump into the airlock with you. There we go. Once we seal up this space, we
You gonna
should
push the
be-
button?
Yes. Oh, you want me to push the button? There we go. I'm pushing the button.
Because your head was in the way of the button. Your big noggin. You get some bad responses, Jared. Should be expected. I don't know about that. Hey, Ola, welcome. How are you today? That's a fun emote. There's a pic of Alien's new bucket in gardening. We can go check it out.
That is a very nice bucket.
Link to the Discord. Would you like to peruse?
There's the SCO cam.
Oh, wow. A mega bucket. That's cool. That looks really nice.
And water. That.
Does look like you could put a plant in that.
Does.
Mr. Shiba, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your subscription. I very much appreciate it. How are you doing today?
You ready to go?
Which? Yep. We're going back out.
I think so.
Okay.
There's an empty can over here.
Huh, lovely. Oh, did you try putting it into the machine and did the button flash weirdly when you turned it on?
There's nothing in it.
Yes, but if you just hit the button, see, like when I hit the button, it flashes.
Yeah, but there's nothing to put in it.
Did you put the bucket in the top?
I did, but there's no food in it.
Yes, well, I can go get the food.
Well, you have to cycle the airlock again.
I do, yeah.
Okay, well, I put the tin can in the top.
Uh-huh.
Is there?
Yeah, I will go get the food.
Do you need me to be here for this?
I don't know.
That's very helpful.
I don't know. Calgary's in hiding or wondering if there are any unsolved murders in his area. Oh, that's true, because he can't be tracked.
You know what you could do?
Via the cell phone GPS.
You could move the cooking and food stuff out here because the fridge is here and leave the hydroponics area alone for hydroponics. Like we could actually make it just the hydroponics room. Because we don't need that. And
move the cooking stuff out here.
Yeah, because we have the fridge out here.
True, you could do that.
And then once this is all sealed up, we can use some of it to create atmosphere inside of the base.
Late. Well, we've been going for about an hour and a half, Mr. Shiba. But I know that you get to sleep in now in this season, which is exciting.
Okay, I think we have... I have the venting that I need. So for this to reach a certain pressure, we need it to reach...
Oh, Lozon, you're on your way home from D&D. Very nice. Gonna do some Atlas recording, I think, is what I saw.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor.
Go with 8,500 kPa. There we go. So as soon as this reaches 8,500 kPa, this will expel extra gas. This will suck air out. So a little bit of vacuum in here. There we go.
Let's French.
I think we have everything we need inside of this space.
Do we?
I think so. What I might want to double check first is
pick up the microwave.
I didn't wire these up, so what I will do is wire them up just in case I need to wire them. So I can at least access the data network for them.
Disconnect.
Function.
I'll just balance this. My brain. Okay, great. Maybe, but you're missing all the midweek streams. Such is life, I guess. I've noticed there haven't been as many midweek streams.
There have been
overall.
fewer of them, yes. I think that's got to do with we're coming up on summer.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of folks that we know who would normally stream during the week have got lots going on at the moment. I think that's one of the things to keep in mind.
True. Almost home from work night shift, Wanto? Ooh, night shift does not sound fun. We will drop
filtration room.
Drop that.
Okay. Save that.
But also, like, sometimes you just need a break.
Yeah.
From.
Well, in particular, this what I mean is like because a lot of those folks have got a lot going on.
Well, at least for most people that we know who stream, it's like an extracurricular activity, so you still work a job of some description.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we think would be hand drill? I guessed incorrectly. Deconstruct powered bench.
In all
okay.
these.
We'll leave that for now. Yeah. Nice not watching some streams, to be honest. There are a few streamers you don't watch anymore. Yeah. As much. Well, yeah, part of it is sometimes, like, the game somebody is playing might not be interesting to you, or you just, like, want to listen to something different, which is totally fine.
Yeah, there's I mean, tons of reasons for that.
And it's also like I recognize that the people who come and watch me play Space Engineers may not want to watch me play Animal Crossing. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand that that might not be the same niche.
Oh, come on. Okay, I think I have that figured out.
Okay.
Now...
Oh, good. I can access this. Okay. Let's... No, we're gonna ditch that.
You having a good time over here?
I'm creating a pile of things that I will eventually assemble.
Nice.
These streams seem to be your only social experience. Shiba, hey, that's fair. Same for Final and I.
Pretty much. Yeah. Other than work.
Other than work.
That could be true, Jared. I mean, life and things opening up, but like I said, I think it's personal for everybody. Everybody's got their own thing.
Absolutely. You like to hear us guffing off, Wantle? Final and I do enjoy that. Streamer is all over the place. It is true, at least for the streams that I enjoy watching. It's a lot more about the talking than the actual playing of the game. A lot of your regular streamers are shifting time, so you're having to expand your streamer portfolio to cover the time segments. Well, there you go, Alien. Good to try new things. Yeah, it's true, Jared. You used to be there for every stream, all the time.
True.
Oh, I gotta do push-ups. All right, Wantal. 5 push-ups. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're channeling your...
And
your
we're doing
inner,
squats.
You're channeling your inner... what's his name?
I don't know. What is his name?
Christopher Walken.
2, 3, 4.
Well, apparently, I have some squats to do.
Squats are popular.
I have some walls for you to fill in
Okay.
case you were looking for a task.
In case I was looking for a task. Thank you, Wandel and Mr. Scheibe. Appreciate it.
Oh, finish the kitchen first.
You have to watch Final and Skoka. It keeps you sane, Jared? Oh.
3, 4.
Olo. Thank you so much for the subscription.
Thank you, Big Bird.
I very much
squats.
appreciate it. Very kind of you. Oh, well, that's good to hear, Jared. You're valuing your time more. So you just watch certain streamers. Well, there's lots of, as Final and I have said, there are lots of ways to support people. Because we realize that not everybody can support streams in a financial way. But your time is also very valuable.
Yes.
You only have so much of it. Back to the kitchen. No kidding, Shaiba, apparently. Oh, I guess I have to run this cable all the way over here and around.
Okay, there we go.
So that was the hand drill. So for the table, the powered bench, do I also need the green cables for it to work?
No.
Because I don't think we had those plugged in.
No, you just need power cables. And the green cables and red cables don't make a difference. It's just I paint them differently so that I know what they're for.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Waltel, thank you for the discounts,
Whoa. Whew. Thank you, Leroy. That was very loud.
Actually, I think we have one. Let's see. Yeah, we do. Ha. You putting the kitchen where you're going to put the kitchen, right? Where you're standing against the window?
Yeah, hold on. I can grab it. Up. I was going to put it. So then the cable is in the wall there, so I can just turn it into the power spot.
Yes. Do that.
The wrench, the wire cutters.
You would need those. Yes.
You're allowed to rant and ramble, Jared. That's totally fine.
Power low already?
Punishing Final Squats for allowing me to abandon you all again.
Justifiably so.
You avoid saying some things here, Jared, because you have some rude opinions and a lot of people watch me. I wouldn't say a lot of people watch this stream.
You're very popular. Did you not know that?
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
You had to cut down your subscriptions as you're taking on a mortgage now, Shaiba?
Oh.
Well, there you go. Are you getting a new house or just the same house?
I did a present for you.
Yes? Hold on. Corner. Aha. What's the present? Oh, a light. Look at that.
Isn't that nice?
Look at that.
I did a nice thing. A nice thing.
Look at you doing a nice thing for me.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, 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 wow.
Could also... Oh, we're the last two left for you, Mr. Scheibe. Well, that's very kind of you. Also, don't feel obligated.
Do not.
If you do not want to subscribe, you do not have to.
It is not required. But we
Posting
appreciate it.
on Twitter and Facebook helps draw attention to streams. But yeah, I'm a very inactive social media user.
We can't, we can actually have the bot do it for us, right?
Could have the bot do it, but then I would have to like post other things.
Yes, you would. You can probably put your feet pics there if you wanted.
I can put my feet pics. You gotta follow on Twitter for the feet pics.
Okay,
and now you have your weekend Wantol. Exciting. That's what Jared does best. Ranting and rambling. Yeah? Oh, it's a new house, Scheibe. That's exciting. Well, congratulations.
Sheets, plastic sheets, and more plastic sheets. Okay.
Why does this microwave not want to...
We only have 7 plastic sheets, so we need more plastic sheets. Plastic sheets.
Microwave. How do I place the microwave?
Drop it on the surface and then grab the wrench. Well,
Drop
I
it
always
on
forget
the
it.
surface.
Yeah, so press Q to drop it or throw it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And then wrench.
And then wrench.
Connect.
It's one of the more unique things that
okay.
It requires. It's a mechanic that I have always forgotten exists.
Did you take the canning machine?
No, I did not.
It was right there.
I didn't touch it.
Well, it's gone now.
Well,
It'll be a lot more popular when Final installs the squat cam.
I didn't.
No face cam, only a squat cam.
I didn't touch it.
It's true, Olo. We should alert the press because Final is being nice at this moment.
I think I like this light placement. I think I'm going to fix it.
Did we all see where Final moved the canning machine?
Nope. No one did.
He'll leave us in a BCG YouTube subscription? Well, very kind of you.
There, cutters.
Oh, I see, Calgar. You as the viewers could post on social media. I would say only if you feel like it. Oh, we keep our human skulls in the fridge. It's a better temperature.
You don't like the skulls?
The skulls in the
I'm glad you found the skulls.
That's what you've been messing around with?
Yeah. I didn't take the canning machine and put it anywhere. I saw it was out here.
Yeah, and did it run away?
It may have. Let me check outside because I was over here and I think I kicked it, but I didn't see where it went. Oh no, here it is.
Huh?
It's in the input.
Oh, it's in here.
There you go. You're fine.
Okay. All right. Good. Oh. Okay.
Got it
French.
this way. Here we go.
Connect. So, I don't remember how to split items.
Press R on the item if it's in your hand, or click on it.
Yeah, split one. Ooh, I forgot.
Was that mobiles?
I forgot about it.
I think.
I'm afraid as soon as I put the tomatoes in, that it's not gonna work.
Well, if it's out here, Well, it doesn't really matter. I didn't mean to close that airlock, but I guess I did. We're pretty close to being able to pressurize the base. Once we build this furnace room. You put the stuff in?
Yeah, but it says there are 2 empty cans in here. And I don't need 2 empty cans.
We can only clear it.
That means we have to waste it.
Yeah, if we clear it, it'll waste, yes.
So...
Yep, there's nothing in the device to clear.
It just ate the can.
Yeah, well...
We're just wasting all our tomatoes.
You didn't check there was a can in there already.
I didn't.
That's not my fault. She's getting mad at me. What happens when she gets upset with her Vitamix, too? It's my fault.
You don't have a Vitamix.
No, it's whatever.
You're making
the blender.
You're making some lies.
I am not making lies. I am not. It's always my fault.
Not always your fault. It's usually my fault, actually.
No, there's a reason why there's such a thing as blame final.
In there. You're in there. Okay.
I'm not in there. You can cycle it. Press the door. I cycled it by accident.
Okay. Cycle.
Okay. That's almost done.
Evil robot can machine. It just won't make us any soup. It is not on Team Soup.
You're starting to yell now, team. Getting upset.
It is always Final's fault, says Olo.
Told you.
That or Jared's fault. Hashtag blame Final.
Okay. Now I need glass. How many glass sheets we have? Enough. One there.
Here we are. Let us plant.
One.
Because I have to keep planting tomatoes because we keep wasting them because the can machine eats them.
I mean, it would.
Nah. I mean, we do have a lot of soups still. And we can start growing some other stuff at some point. But I would like to get the can machine figured out before we start growing other stuff.
Would you now?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this.
I have to come out there.
Yeah, you do.
Hashtag Final's fault. There's a new one from Leroy.
Did you get all the stuff out from in there?
Of the food making variety, yes.
Okay. That's what I thought you did, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, you made a wall. Wow. Look at that.
It's all sealed up.
Ooh, ah.
Well, it's sealed up. It's also all of this filtration now filters properly into all of the tanks.
Wow.
And the tanks are all the inside of this space is a vacuum now.
Okay.
So if something starts leaking or explodes or whatever, it's going to suck all the gas out of it and vent it into the atmosphere.
Okay.
An emergency venting system, if you will.
If you will.
Let's see if I have a logic button. Thank you, Nah, for the discount Zeno.
A creepy one.
Skoga doesn't like that one. Steel sheets, that can go over there. Did you mean to leave a large battery in the wall in the thing over here?
No,
Well,
I
you
don't
did.
know if I did.
Oh, no, there's a power controller here, too.
Oh.
Guess that was me who left it there.
Oh, there we go. Finally failed. Faulting fools finding floral flails.
Okay.
It's from Jared.
Thank you, Jared.
Yes, exactly, Winter. We're blaming Final.
Alien says, did that xenomorph just catcall my ears? Get no like. There's a reason why I put that particular xeno on. A lot of people are like,
just
what?
for that moment.
You. that's why.
Oh, I have to close that. Okay. Good. Got it.
Okay,
You
so
spammed
next...
F a few times and had to come up with something. And it worked.
Okay, so next up is to make the furnace, to hook up the actual, like the new furnace. And work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will allow us to smelt advanced ingots much more easily.
Ugh.
Yeah, she likes that one a lot.
Thank you.
That's
so
her favorite.
creepy.
And what else we have in here?
Oxygen critical. Guess I get to use the fancy
console.
tank?
Oh, you want to use the fancy tank? Yes, you can use the fancy tank.
Oh, it's
yeah.
because my CO2 filters are toast.
Yeah, you have to print new ones.
Oh. Okay. Let's do that first.
And I need a button too, just because I am logic switch.
Now, do I close it and then turn it on, or turn it on and then close it?
Close it, then turn it on. Open the lid.
Ah! We made a soup!
Good job.
Yes.
Important button? What does the important button look like?
Start the money printing. Important button?
I have to come back to that. Hang on, let's see. Not the way it's supposed to work, I don't think. Oh. Important button. That's what this is.
Oh, I have to get the oxygen.
Yes, you can get the oxygen. I can show you how to do it, or I'll instruct you on how to do it.
Because I'm breathing heavily.
Or switch. I think that's the one I want.
All right, how do I get more oxygen?
So over here,
Mm-hmm.
take your oxygen tank,
Mm-hmm.
put it into the white fill tank.
Ah.
Press, and when you look at you see this regulator here?
Decrease?
Nope. Just press the on button. Turn it off in about a second. It's the arrow. No, you touched it.
Yep.
Look at the arrow. Here you go. It's decreasing the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's taking oxygen out of the big tank and putting it into the little one. You can turn it off now. And then you can grab the tank and put it into your oxygen slot.
Okay, now I need those CO2 filters.
And that should be pure oxygen in that tank. Because it is not... it's been properly filtered now.
Oh,
It
I
was.
can't make any CO2 filters. What are we out of?
Probably just iron. Oh, you're probably looking at the wrong one. There you go.
No, okay.
There's a couple of somewhat used ones in the cabinets over here.
Okay. Let's see if that solves it. Oh, good. We've stopped breathing heavily. Sounds like your pregnant self after a walk, nah? Or in a humid room. Yeah. After a 5-meter jog to catch the bus. Just, chuck those out.
Nitrogen.
Yeah.
I think. Also, can I print off another thing here? Doing a little bit of convenience automation. Well, not automation, but setup. And I also need
I don't understand how you got this to work and I can't make it work.
printing the filter.
Yeah.
Well, right now, okay, so it has to be on.
Mm-hmm. Because it looks like
okay.
I'm making a hydraulic pipe bender.
Yeah, okay, hang on. You keep selecting the medium filter.
Okay.
The medium filter needs stuff that we don't have.
Oh.
It needs iron, silver, and constantan. The regular filter just needs iron, but there's not enough iron in here. So if we turn it off, and then we go grab, because you grabbed extra iron, so grab a stack of 50 iron.
I can make iron.
And throw it into the arc furnace.
Gotcha.
Pressure. Gas analyzer, I think is what I'm looking for.
All right. Well, the crisis has been averted, so we can make more.
I need more gold.
Soup.
I think we did make. Yes, we did. Over there for now. Grab that. Put my tool in there. That's not what I want. Okay, let's try this again. Displays.
The crisis has not been averted. Final is the crisis.
Not the crisis.
I don't think so.
Jared's the crisis.
Jared is the crisis. That
Jared
is
is
true,
always the
Wonsel.
crisis.
He is a bit more geeky.
Consoles.
I appreciate it. Though I've never heard that I have a wonderful voice. That's new for me.
We know that someone picked your particular voice for a reason.
How do you mean?
This evil robot.
True.
You didn't know.
For my short-lived voice acting
Your
career.
short-lived voice acting career of being an evil robot. Wants to kill all humans. If you don't know what we're talking about, you obviously need to watch the current season of Deadly Salvage.
Yes.
Power critical.
Kind of enemy is there in this game, Wonsel?
Yourself.
The elements of nature?
Yes, very much that.
No. Oh, it's got the weird error. Oh no.
You broke it again?
It's all broken again. Oh well.
Nothing in it, and it's off.
It just ate all the things.
No, it's here.
Oh, that's a surprise. I didn't think it was gonna work.
Well, congratulations.
Yes. Well, thank you, Shy, but you love me too much to lie to me. Oh, we're in the same boat now. The short-lived robot rolls. That's on Ball and Chain Gaming YouTube. Their series Deadly Salvage.
Okay, I need to go outside now.
Alien, I thought we went over this. Final doesn't give compliments. He is against compliments.
I don't do that. Let it go to your head.
So what are we gonna do up here?
But you're gonna make living quarters and stuff.
I don't know. I said that we were gonna cover this, but I didn't know with what.
Well, figure it out.
Figure it out. No wolf or spiders or ships to come and bombard you to bits. No, it's much calmer here. It's true. Final gives deep sighs and Tony Stark exasperated gifts.
Yes.
No, that is his brand.
Yep. That's what I do. Okay. And now.
And now.
On. Pressure.
What is this doing?
What?
You're setting it up.
I'm setting up a monitor because I want to know this is going to be the nitrogen tank monitor.
Okay.
So whoop, there's the pressure in the nitrogen tank. And I take this and I go label, name this. Nitro.
Well, I appreciate it, Wantwall. It's very kind of you all. Maybe Shaiba. Final loves me as much as you all do and don't want to lie to me. Final doesn't like lying.
No lying. Do you want to see it? Do you want to set the next one up?
Yes. Which buttons do I press?
Okay, so this one is the X tank. So on the side of this
There's the
console,
little arrows?
no, on the side of this console, you see the floppy disk? Take the floppy disk out. There's
I
people,
see.
There's
Yeah.
people here who don't know what that is.
The
Take that,
save button.
take that, put it into the floppy disk slot on this last console on the right.
On this one here? Ooh, okay.
Then turn it on, flip the switch on the right.
Okay.
Use the arrows to scroll. And find the CO2 tank.
CO2 tank. Small, insulated?
Yep. Select it.
Yeah.
Pull the data disk out.
Yep.
That's it. That's the pressure inside of the CO2 tank.
Would you like the data disk back?
Yes. 1 second.
Here, I'll put it. Here, I put it right by the gold. You can pick it up.
Wonderful. I need to swap my... There we go. It's my tank, or my data disk back. So now we have readouts for all of the tanks in there.
Look at us go.
So there's a nitrogen, there's inside of there is CO2 tank, and a tank for X, which is the pollutants, a tank for nitrogen, oxygen, and fuel, which is a mixture. It's the save button icon of vending machine.
I made an extra so we can stick that over here.
And then take this.
For safety. I was saying Final doesn't want to lie to you, so he doesn't say your voice is good. I don't really know. Curious how close the avatars are to us. Well, I don't have pink hair. My hair used to be pink. It's not anymore. Now it's just brown with some blonde in it. Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Final's got a
Willing.
big beard and mustache. I don't know. Your character just has the stash,
Yes.
but he's got a big beard.
Okay, I think that's all set up. I'm happy with this now.
Okay.
This is working.
How are the tomatoes doing?
Did you grow new ones?
Yeah, I put new ones in, but now I can't really see them.
They're not growing, according to what I see.
No, they're gone. Uh-oh.
What did you do?
Uh-oh.
Did you kill them?
Oh, no.
Did you kill them?
I don't know.
Tell me if you killed them. Tell me.
I don't know. Final does give off big beard energy.
Mr. Shiba says that I look like an 80s porn star. You know,
It is looking very, like...
if you met me,
creepy.
you'd think so too.
No, what was it? Your coworker said that you look like a Serbian
drug lord.
Serbian drug lord.
You killed
That's the vibe.
them. You defs killed them.
They definitely died. So the temperature in here is not...
Oh yeah, you know why?
Why?
It's 63 degrees Celsius in here.
Oh, it's very warm.
Very warm. Well, we knew this was going to be a problem eventually.
Yeah.
So what we need to do?
Do we need more
is-
ice cubes?
We do need some water ice. We can just crush some water ice to bring the temperature down again and fill this water tank again. That'd be fine. Did you put water ice in there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very concerned for a minute.
You said water ice.
Yes. Let's see. The temperature of the water. Apparently there's nitrogen in the water now.
Is that not good?
Yeah, the atmospheric atmospheric crush the atmosphere analyzer for the ice crusher says there's nitrogen and H2O in the ice crusher. There's no nitrogen in the tank, in the portable liquid tank, so that's fine. Weird.
Well then.
There's still plenty of water in there. Okay, so it's... Yeah. We're gonna have to bring the temperature of the room down.
Is there
About
anything
20?
else we can do to cool it down?
Well, the next thing we would have to worry about is an air conditioning system of some kind for the base, which would probably mean some kind of heat exchanger.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're filtering gases out of the air, or out of the stuff going into the tanks, we can now have gases that we can use as a heat exchange medium.
Yep.
Other than just water. So we can do that. It's
Well,
going to
'cause-
take some configuring to do.
Now that we're going to be moving some stuff upstairs, I wonder if upstairs needs to be where we're growing items. So maybe we have to pipe that so it would happen on the second floor.
If you want to move the greenhouses up to the second floor, that's fine. But something to think about greenhouses is that the greenhouse we will want to have CO2, so it'd have to be a separate space with slightly higher concentration of carbon dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
Because the regular part of the base will want to have less.
Oh, my life support is down to 3%.
Your power?
My power, yes.
All right, come on out. It's because it's also very hot in there. It's trying to cool your system down.
Ah.
So the next thing we have to work on is obviously a cooling system for that room.
Yes.
So now we have to worry about air conditioning.
Start blowing. mean to cool it down. Suffocating and die of a lack of power. Just a mess. I know, Jared. I'm just falling apart.
Constantly. All right. Well.
How is our solar room doing?
Just fine.
Fine?
Yep.
Is the sun rising?
Yes.
Because I might go try to find some more gold. You could come on that expedition or go a different direction. Because it is taking a while to find gold.
Well, come with me because I think I know where some is.
Okay.
So many little potholes everywhere. We'll grab some gold.
4 days till the 1 year sub anniversary on my channel. It's been a year? What?
Really? Yep.
Has it really?
You're old. Yeah, you're old news.
What?
I know. You should have capitalized on it and launched that
That's...
OnlyFans for your feet sooner.
My feet OnlyFans?
Where is... There was some gold here earlier.
I mean, I got some gold from here when I was wandering about.
Okay.
So I might have already snagged it.
Well, we can just go to...
I'll try on this other side here.
I want to try and stay in visual range of the base. More iron. Turn my light off.
You're on 17 months on Finals channel, and he still hasn't made more badges or emotes.
I know. I do need to work on
that
the
final guy.
The animated rating.
Really lazy.
More. Terribly lazy, I know. Where is... Oh, that's copper.
Yeah, the animated emotes are fun. I don't really know what I would want to do for those. I haven't really thought about it.
Do a waving plant in a pot.
A waving plant? That would be cute. Hey, Pseudo, welcome. How are you?
Go full I am Groot on it.
Yeah, kind of Groot-like, because I have the sub badge with the flower in the pot, so that could be the flower that waves around. As like a hello. Maybe we could do the lurking, where the like.
Yes, I have an idea for my
goes back
lurking
into
mode.
the pot. We need any coal?
Did you not check before we left?
I didn't check. No, I just.
Did you not go to the washroom either before we left?
Probably not.
Can't take you anywhere.
I'm the worst.
Can't take you anywhere. Don't see any gold.
I found some.
Did you?
I did.
Them coal again.
He may be lazy. At least he doesn't abandon us. Picklebeard, just better pack my bags for the guilt trip here.
Yeah. You gotta level up the guilt trip skills there. She responds well to the guilt tripping.
Oh, the guilt trip is the worst. My dad just guilt trips me my entire life.
More iron, more iron.
It's true. Just saving energy for other tasks. Because, I mean, Jared keeps coming back despite there not being a sub badge. So, probably not a priority.
Uh-oh. My jetpack's almost out of fuel.
How do we make fuel?
I believe my propellant tank is just... Your propellant tank can be any gas, apparently. So it doesn't have to be fuel. But right now, the propellant tank is nitrogen. So I can just fill it with the nitrogen we've been filtering at the base.
Gotcha.
I will need to set up a tank for it, but I can do it.
I mean, I can't imagine somebody would stop watching the streams due to no new emotes. But you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. It is Jared, after all. Haven't found any gold. Keep finding lots of copper, which is what I was looking for last time. Iron. Ah, found some gold. And the sun, just time for the sun to start going down.
Yep. Okay, I gotta figure out... Oh, there's our base.
There's enough lights on it now that I think we should be able to see it at night.
I don't know. Because you have to wander around to, like, close enough to the base that you could see them.
Oh, my hydration is critical now. Oh, of course it is.
Good. That's good. You didn't bring a water bottle?
I did.
Oh,
I brought
nice.
snacks.
You brought snacks. You brought some crunchy soup.
I did. I brought crunchy soup and not crunchy water. It's perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Just perfect.
Are you pleased with yourself?
Yes.
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 Good remembering.
Yes.
The other day, it was very good. Final was going to the grocery store, like get all the things. He's like, all right, I have a reusable tote bag, I got my mask, got keys, wallet, you know, all the stuff. And then he goes to put his mask on and then leaves the tote bag in the bathroom.
Yep.
And then just leaves.
Yep.
Like, cool.
I didn't need the tote bag at the end of the day.
Because the city of Vancouver has banned plastic bags.
Yep. No more plastic bags.
No more plastic bags. So, gotta pay to get paper bags now on like 25 cents a paper bag.
Yeah. How much gold do I have now? Not that much.
Well, that's very kind of you, Calgar. Offering making some emotes or badges. I know you had made that very...
The one for WoWs.
Yeah. I mean, if you let us, we'd love to use that one.
The trees.
But the tree, I know, right? The plastic, we're killing the turtles, and then now we're killing the trees because of the paper bags. You can't win.
Cannot win.
You cannot win. I'm like, you know, there's whatever, a small percentage of companies that are responsible for like 70% of all global emissions, and most of them are from oil companies. So it's like, my one plastic bag is really gonna do it. Yeah. That's really what's gonna tip it over the edge.
Oh, you know what I think we can make after I get this furnace up and running? I can make better drills.
Oh, so we can mine things better?
Yep. More difficult things to mine, like gold and stuff, are easier to mine. You can also make... I fly back to the base now because I got some gold.
Okay. I'm at the base if you need to find your way through the tracking beacon.
I am just going to quickly drink some water
that's
first.
Kind of you as well, Jared. Yes, trees do grow back, whereas the plastic pollution will not go away. Oh, well, that's very kind of you, Calgar. We can see about adding the crest for WoWs into the emotes. Soon they will not allow bags. Well, what they want you to do is spend all of your money on the expensive tote bags. Because capitalism.
Yes. We can, on the other hand, what we could use Calgar's badge for is for the event, at least.
Oh, yeah, that's fun. Your net was angry at you, alien, but you're back. Glad that you're back.
Just for the World of Warships event in the Discord, Jared.
You and several billion other people's one plastic bag. Yes.
As long as several.
To be clear, I think that everybody should use less plastic. I don't think we need that much plastic, or as much as we currently use. But it's the insinuation that it's like, oh yeah, if everybody just stops using plastic bags, the world will be saved. Like the focus on the individual consumer as the one who like has to bear the guilt of all these companies making terrible decisions to slowly ruin the planet.
Yeah.
That's where my thinking is coming from.
Gold. Oh, there's a lot of gold in there now.
Ah. All right, Calgar, will do. The Everyone versus Jared Wows event. Yes, we'll use the badge for those specific ones.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, I think we've probably done as much as we can do.
Yeah?
Because we'd have to build this heat exchanger is going to be quite the ordeal.
Yeah. Is there anything else? I mean, we can start on building some of the upstairs, but you're probably going to want to start getting your recording all rendered out.
Yeah, that'll be the next thing.
It's getting late.
Yeah, I think that's probably where we're going to... Let's hop into our very warm greenhouse.
Our very warm greenhouse room?
Yes.
Oh, I've heard about that pseudo where you can knit tote bags out of old plastic bags. I'll have to look into that. It's true, Shem. It's not about bags, but human stupidity.
Also true.
Almost time for Atlas, Olo. Well, I hope you have a good time with the recording. Has it cooled down at all? Yeah,
yes.
it has actually.
Down to 51.
Degrees.
So another few more things of ice and we can put it in here.
Okay.
So it should bring the temperature down again.
I do have a little bit more ice for water if we want to use.
Yeah, throw it in there.
Okay.
This tank should be able to handle some more water as well.
All right. That would make a good crafting stream, Pseudo. I will look into it. I'm excited.
Very nice. We'll see if this temperature comes down.
Just use this a PC case.
Yes.
Yeah, just carry that around for groceries.
Glad we got that solved. Next week, we're on to the furnace and air conditioning? Maybe? Tune in next week to find out. If you like that, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.